You're welcome, sir. Sir, you're welcome, sir.
Good afternoon.
Let's come to the Yes, I have coming to the red carpet the Secretary to the State Government, the National President of FIBA in Nigeria, Comrade Yemi, and I have another #1 citizen of FIBA. Prince Jide Kosoko, you welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
So how did you feel being at the 4th edition of Mr. Latin Foundation?
I am so happy being part of this event. I appreciate Mr. Latin for his efforts, and I can see tremendous improvement since it started.
Now, what would you say about this foundation trying to save life and of course give smiles to the faces of the needy?
You see, you cannot actually quantify the extent of this kind of information in the life of the people. A situation where people are enlightened on the dangers of various diseases and what measures can be taken to see that you don't have such disease. So all these are very important. I appreciate him a lot.
Thank you very much, sir. Prince Jide Kosoko.
It's my pleasure, sir.
So, Agbaki of Igboyi land here with me this evening. Chief Yemi Solade, you welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Well, this ambience is so conducive. I'm so proud to be here at the Presidential Library, where it's happening for Mr. Latin Foundation.
Okay, this is the 4th edition of Mr. Latin Foundation. How did you feel?
Well, I feel so proud being here. I want to give great kudos to Bolaji Amushan for putting all this together. It's actually touching lives. Now, this is humanitarian services. This is charity par excellence, and it can only get better, really. And I'll say it one more time, reiterating that I would have felt very sour if I hadn't made it today.
Okay, you're the current president of Tampan in Nigeria. How did you feel?
Well, I don't think anybody should envy me leading the pack of house of celebrities. You know that Tampan is a huge association, and one of my members is Mr. Latin himself, Bolaji Amushan, who has brought multitude of us here under this roof today, December 4, 2014. So they can imagine tens and hundreds of them as members of Tampan, which I head. So it's an enormous task, but I want to give God the glory for helping us thus far, and we'll continue to break even.
Thank you very much, Agbaki of Igboyi.
You're welcome, my brother. You're welcome.
Mr. Latin Foundation, this is the 4th edition of it. How do you feel being here this afternoon, sir?
We are proud to associate with Mr. Latin because what he seeks to do, indeed what he had done these past years, appears to be in tandem with our program as a government, which is to add value to people who are not very advantaged, who are not so lucky. and then to do everything that we can to empower and uplift our people. That is exactly what Mr. Latin is doing, and we are proud as a government and as his friends to associate with him. I have not come alone. You can see the Commissioner for Culture and Tourism. Yeah. You can see the SCM Culture and Tourism. So, Baba China. Yeah, Baba. Oh, you know him. You will know him.
Thank you very much, sir, for coming. I hope we have the best of time here this afternoon. And of course, I have my distinguished guest on the red carpet, the one you would love to call Mr. Bonso, original Mr. Johnson. You're welcome to the program. How are you, sir?
I'm great, thank you. How are you doing?
It's good to be here and glad to have you here.
Yes.
So, you are Mr.
Adewale Ayuba.
Popularly known as
Mr. Bubble.
Mr. Bubble.
Yeah.
Okay, for quite a while now, you've been off the scene. What's happening to you?
Why would you say that?
For quite a while, I mean for quite a while.
No, how do you?
Your fans are missing you. They're not having you
which area?
down. In terms of music, releasing albums and what have you.
No, we just released an album like 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, and what's the title of the album?
When you said Happy People.
Happy People. Okay, so good to have you here.
My pleasure.
And I'm glad you know you are here. And of course, we're going to enjoy every bit of action that's going to happen here today. So, what do you expect from you here?
Yeah, I'm here to support my brother, and I really appreciate what he's doing.
And then your brother is?
Baba Latin.
Baba Latin.
Yeah.
Okay, this is original Mr. Bonso, Mr. Bubble, Adewale Ayuba. You're welcome. Thank you very much, sir. I have another fantastic actor, the rev of the moment here on the red carpet, in person of
Solade, your son, Adekola.
Okay, welcome to the program, Mr. Latin Foundation Lecture, the 4th edition of it. How do you feel being here today?
I feel so good. As you know, I'm anchoring the program, and Mr. Latin is my boss, and he's very good in everything. Just let me say in everything. There is nothing Mr. Latin cannot do. And I so much believe in him that he's going to achieve it again.
By the spirit grace of God. Now, what do you see to what Mr. Latin is doing, the cause of saving life and giving back to the society?
That's the best thing. To me, I'm trying to say this to everybody. It's not that Mr. Latin have a lot of huge amount like that. A lot of reputable people in this country, they're supposed to be doing what Mr. Latin is doing. He's just trying his best. And I believe with time, he's going to be there. He's a very good thing in this country. Mr. Latin is performing wonderfully.
Thank you very much. It's good to have you on the red carpet. I have a flash here this afternoon, and I want to welcome to the 4th edition of Mr. Latin Foundation Lecture. I have on the red carpet Rosika. You're welcome to the program. So how do you feel being here today?
I'm happy to be alive to witness this today.
So what do you see to what Mr. Latin is doing, giving back to the society and of course improving the health of the less privileged?
This is a wonderful one. It's a wow, you know. For you to think, for Mr. Latin to have made up his mind to give back to the society that has contributed so much into his career. Because I believe that the society has contributed a lot in making us, you know, putting us where we are today. So for Mr. Latin, it's a great one to have thought of giving back to the society that contributed to his life.
Thank you. So what advice would you give to others that wants to emulate from what he's doing?
Wow, they should continue. It's a great duty. You know, it's a passion thing. It's not about just making, you know, noise about an NGO. You must be ready to sacrifice, you know, and there's a lot to gain if you touch life. Putting smile on people's faces is a lot from God. God will replenish Mr. Latin with double fold with what he's doing.
Amen. Yeah, thank you very much, Rose Odika, for coming.
Thank you. Yep.
And of course, I have another fantastic actor in Nigeria here today. You are welcome to Mr. Latin Foundation Lecture. What is your name, sir?
Yeah, my name is Wahid Ijadwade. People call me Dimeji.
Yes, Wahid Ijadwade, aka Dimeji. 5 and 6. Okay, it's good to have you here today. and of course you know what we are doing here. So how do you feel being here this afternoon?
Yeah, I feel very much delighted. You know, Mr. Latin is our man, he's one of us, and he has been in this team for the past 4 years.
Yes.
And we appreciate what he's doing. That is why we have to come here to support him for what he's doing.
Okay, on that note that we have to come here to support Mr. Latin and for support the cause that he's doing, he wants to save life. And of course, I know a lot of people want to save life as well. Now, you know, if you have somebody like Mr. Latin doing this, and today if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 our 10 of us coming together doing the same cause, I think Nigeria would be a better place for you and I to live. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that is the best thing. We normally encourage those people that are in position to do this kind of thing that Mr. Latin is doing. Yeah, we expect to give back to the society what we've taken from them. So there's nothing bad in helping people. Saving life is very important, because whatever you do today is what the people will talk about you when you leave.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wahid Ijaduade. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. You're welcome to Mr. Latin Foundation Lecture. What is your name?
My brother, I'm Comrade Dr. Samuel Adesina Adesanya, presently the governor of Tampan in Ogun State. You know me as Pastor Ajidara, that's all.
We know you as Pastor Ajidara, so you're welcome, sir. Now, Mr. Latin is having something here this afternoon, which is the 4th edition of it, helping the needy, saving life. What do you see to it?
Well, it's a laudable program, and we want to see more of this from our artists. Like I tell people, say it's not enough when you partake in movies, when you are known in the entertainment world. You have to give back to society what society have been able to give to you. And in an essence, this is one aspect that really thrills me when you look at people's welfare medically, and somehow you are not asking people to bring money, but you are doing it for charity and for posterity. And I think posterity will judge all of us right.
Posterity will judge all of us right. Okay, from your own end, what do you think you can do to impact on the society?
Well, so many. He is doing fantastically well now, and we are hoping in the nearest future we'll collaborate together to do some other things. We are looking at the needies. You know, we know we are in the austere period. We have to diversify our economy, and we are trying to see that government should look at this side of the economy, that our own world can actually give Nigeria, can give this country a lot of wealth, and if government can invest in it, it will do them a lot of good.
Okay, thank you very much, Pastor Ajidara, otherwise known as Katike, the world king of Juju Beats, here on the red carpet of Mr. Latin Foundation, the 4th edition of it. King Sunny Ade, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Yes, this is the 4th edition. Mr. Latin is giving back to the society from what he has gotten from them. How do you feel being here this afternoon, sir?
Well, I'm so happy because this is his 1st edition, and I'm the 4th edition, sorry. And I thank God that I'm part of it. He's a good guy. He's a good, whatever anything you can call him on the good side. He's a good comedian. He's a good actor. He's a good giver, which is the foundation.
Okay, sir, what would you say about the foundation? Because a lot of people out there, they have this money, but they find it so difficult to part with it. But Mr. Latin is doing that for the society, because a lot of people are dying today of heart attack, kidney problem, heart-related diseases, and what have you. The latest one is the Ebola virus that just hit our nation, but thank God it's out of Nigeria today. But Mr. Latin said, within me, I want to give back to society from what I got from them. How do you feel about that particular foundation?
I feel so happy about it because I have my foundation as well, King Sunny Ade Foundation, and I know what it is. God gives back to those who give out, and it's a blessing. As Mr. Latin, he is to the entertainment world. Eventually, one has to help each other, and he deemed fit to help others. And I believe that Almighty God will also help him too.
So thank you very much, King Solade. Broadcaster at the frontline, one for that matter, the #1 citizen of FIBAN in Nigeria, Comrade Yemi Shonde. Welcome to Mr. Latin Foundation, the 4th edition of it.
Yes, thank you very much. My pleasure to be here.
So, Mr. Yemi Shonde, or Comrade Yemi Shonde, how do you feel being here this afternoon?
I feel so happy, and when I have somebody of this generation that's doing something wonderful, I always like to be part of it as a mark of encouragement, as a mark of sense of belonging, and of course as a pointer to the fact that we are greater tomorrow. It's a good one.
It's a good one. Yes, Mr. Latin is giving back to the society what he got from them. It's a good thing. A lot of people are dying today of so many related diseases. Heart problem, kidney, and what have you. So many people are out there. They have the money to do it, but they are not doing it. What word of encouragement we give to Mr. Latin?
Well, that is the striking point. Except to have a large heart, you might not be able to give back to society. He has a large heart. He has the love of the people in his heart. He wants to encourage the less privileged. He wants to encourage the ones that are dying and gives them hope for a better life. I would encourage him to do more, not to relent. He might, of course, meet some stumbling blocks. That is natural. But that should be the point of his strength, where he should even gather more strength. He's going places. He's writing his own history. He's making a very, very sensible statement. And he should not relent in doing that.
Thank you very much for coming, Comrade Yemi Shonde, and we pray that you take FIBAN to the next level. Thanks.
lóra fún yà ní àwọn tí ń jẹ wọn mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n bá díẹ̀ tá a bá ní àwọn tó yí wa ká ká máa náwó sí wọn a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣèrànlọ́wọ́ náà nìyẹn kó dìgbà tí a bá ṣe foundation ẹlòmíì ṣe foundation torí pé ó fẹ́ fi kówó jẹ sápò rẹ̀ ó fẹ́ fi kówó jọ kó dẹ̀ máa gbìyànjú láti tún gbèsè ayé rẹ̀ ṣe kì í ṣe fún àǹfààní àwọn ẹlòmíì ṣùgbọ́n ká ní lọ́kàn pé gbogbo tá a bá ń ṣe kó máa ní ipa nínú gbèsè ayé ẹlòmíì.
ẹ ṣé gan sir. Thank you very much for coming. I have another guest in the house. Somebody you know too well. You're welcome to the program. How are you, sir?
I'm Yemi Adegunju of Africa.
Yemi Adegunju of Africa, otherwise known as?
My name is Yemi Adegunju, popularly known as Yemi Adegunju of Africa in the field of art.
Okay, you're welcome to the program, Mr. Latin Foundation, and this is the 4th edition of it. How do you feel being here?
I'm an artist. I'm a writer. I'm a producer. Mr. Latin, the person of Bolaji Amushon, happened to be the governor of our noble association during the era of ANTP. He was the former chairman of he was the former caretaker of Tampa in Ogun State. So definitely we are in the same caucus of a professional field. So that's why I'm here. It's a professional colleague.
Okay, you are here because you are all professional colleagues. And another thing is, he's doing something good, something laudable. What do you say to his project? Saving life, and of course, giving back to the needy.
It's good, it's good, it's good. Mr. Latin is very, very sound. He's a generous person, he's a philanthropist. I'm not surprised when he found this type of organization to help lesser privileged people in the society. It's a very sound idea that everybody should embrace.
So what advice would you give to people out there that have this money to throw around but they are not in this cause?
Fine. We are to help ourselves in our society. I employ the people to please come around and support this type of idea so that we all grow together. It's a type of an organization that campaign against the poverty. When you help others, the poverty in our society will be eradicated. There are some people that are less privileged that we need to attend to, that we need to assist. We are persons of the same family. We should be able to help ourselves, especially the privileged people among us. They should come out and support this sound ideology.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Yemi Adegunju of Africa. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Yes. Wani Abiloko, Akọ Loko, Ogbo Soko, Odagba Soko, original Ọmọ Oko, Ogbo Kira, Baba Lafia. inú mi dùn láti kí n káàbọ̀ sí ẹ̀kẹrin ti Mr. Latin Foundation. Ọ̀pọ̀ èèyàn ló wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tí wọ́n lè ṣe ohun tí Mr. Latin ṣe yìí. Kí lẹ́yìn rí ṣe yìí?
Sọ́rí ọ̀tọ̀ lọ́gbọ́n ọ̀tọ̀ tún lágbára. Ọ̀tọ̀ lọ́gbọ́n ọ̀tọ̀ tún lágbára. Àwọn àgbà tá a bá nílẹ̀ yìí wọ́n ti sọ pọ́ngbọ́n jàgbára lọ. Ọ̀tọ̀ tún lọ́gbọ́n ọ̀tọ̀ tún lágbára. Ọ̀tọ̀ tún lọ́gbọ́n ọ̀tọ̀ tún lágbára.
Ok, pé ọ̀tọ̀ lọ́gbọ́n ọ̀tọ̀ lágbára. Gbogbo wa ń dùn, inú wa ń dùn lónìí pé à ń bá Mr. Latin yọ̀ pé nínú tí wọ́n gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn níta, àwọn náà wá wò ó pé jẹ́ kémi náà ṣe kí ni kí n fún ọ padà nínú ẹ̀. Torí ẹni tó bá wò ṣùṣù tó wò pé ọmọnìkejì mi àìsàn kan ń ṣe é, mo dẹ̀ wò pé kí mo lè ṣe ìwọ̀nba tí n bá ní. Bíbélì ní kẹ́ni tí ìwọ bá nípa láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún wọn ní ìlọ́ni kejì rẹ, wọ́n ká ṣe kí ni, wọ́n ká tọ́jú ẹ̀. Àwọn àwòrán pé nínú táwọn gbà lọ́wọ́ aráàlú jẹ́ kémi náà ṣe kí ni kí n fi padà fún wọn. Ẹ̀yin àgbà ní tí àwọn bá kì fún ni.
A máa kì fún àwọn padà.
Inú ayáwó nìyẹn wà nínú Quran.
Ó wà sálẹ̀.
Ó wà sálẹ̀. Ok. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí yìí, tẹ́bá wò dáadáa, àwọn kan wà, àwọn náà fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan kan, ṣùgbọ́n àwọn báwọn ṣe fẹ́ ṣe irú ìmọ̀ràn wo gan-an lè fẹ́ fún irú àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀.
Kọ́ máa fọ̀rọ̀ wọn lọ̀yàn ni. Ṣé rí ẹ̀dá tó bá ń fi ọ̀rọ̀ ara ẹ̀ lọ̀yàn, nǹkan ẹ̀ kì í rálẹ̀. Èèyàn ò lè dárò nǹkan kó o dá ṣe kò possible. Tó bá fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan tí o bá ní agbára láti ṣe, tó bá fi ń lọ̀yàn tó ń pèèyàn síbẹ̀ tó fi ń lọ gbèyàn, ó pẹ́ bóyá gbogbo nǹkan yẹn máa bọ́ sójú ẹ̀ tó yẹn bá ti ń fọ̀rọ̀ ara ẹ̀ lọ̀yàn. Tó ti yẹ àwọn tó fẹ́ gbogbo ẹni tí nǹkan báyìí bá wà ní inú ẹ̀ tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe any foundation àbí ẹni anything tẹ́ lè ṣe tó lè ṣàǹfààní fún gbogbo àwọn èèyàn láàárín ìlú. Kì í sọ̀rọ̀ ìṣòwò owó nìkan tó kọ́ ló wúlò fún gbogbo èèyàn ìlú. Ó lè jẹ́ foundation kan tó fẹ́ dálẹ̀, ó lè jẹ́ mọ̀ràn kan tó fẹ́ dálẹ̀, òun ló lè wúlò fáàrin ìlú. Pé àwọn èèyàn tó bá mọ̀ pé wọ́n jẹ̀mọ́ ẹ̀ máa fọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lọ̀ wọ́n títà wọn náà fi máa fi lọ ẹni tó lè ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́. Torí gbogbo nǹkan ló ń dìde ìrànlọ́wọ́.
Ẹ ṣé gan, adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín pé a pè yín sí wa.
Adúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run. Thank you very much.
Yes, I have the Honorable Commissioner for Culture and Tourism in Ogun State, Mrs. Yewande Amunshi, on the red carpet. Welcome, madam.
Thank you very much.
So how do you feel being here today at the 4th edition of Mr. Latin Foundation?
I'm very happy to be here because this is the second time I'm actually attending this function. I was here last year and I'm happy to see that there are a lot of things that he has been educating people about. And these are issues that are very fundamental to the masses. And I must say that it has been growing from year to year.
For somebody to take it upon himself that I want to give back to society what I acquire from them, it's not an easy task. And of course, doing it, it's a blessing in disguise to some people. Because a lot of people are dying today of so many diseases, heart problems, kidney problems, and what have you. It's not an easy task to do. So what advice will you give to the initiator and founder of Mr. Latin Foundation for him to forge ahead?
I would like to say to him that he should continue the good work, because just like you say, it's an uphill task. But in spite of that, he has remained consistent. And the good thing is that he has the support of several people, which include Ms. Alaji Aide Wasiu Masha. Yes, and a host of different people. And I'm glad to see a lot of familiar faces from last year as well, also still being here. And of course the state, through His Excellency Senator Ibuklamo Socio and FCA, will continue to support initiatives such as this, and as in particular also the entertainment industry, because they form a very fundamental part of our own existence. And this is what our culture and tourism starts from, and we can begin to attract people from all over the world. And the ministry, of course, will continue to support.
Thank you very much, madam, for coming. Really appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
day, my poor children will leave the nation whereby they will not be taught by the callers of the state, but by the context of the practice. We shall be grateful to the man who was make each day of his life to possess a good mark in the memories of the children. We shall be grateful to the man who was make Ho, ha, ho, ha, ho, ha, ho.